now is a very, very special night for me because this is the biggest time of my life. Four of the most important people in my life are sitting here on the stage with me. And I must tell you, we've been backstage a little bit earlier having what's called a guitar pulling. And we have brought this guitar pulling out on stage for you. We hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy doing it for you. I want you to meet some of the most fantastic talents in the whole world for the first time together on one stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Merle Travis. Mr. Gordon Terry.
There we go.
Joe Maphis. And Norman Hamlet. Norman Hamlet was my steel guitar teacher. When I was almost 11 years old, he began teaching me. And boy, is he a patient man, believe me. How many hours did you teach me, work with me?
About 6 hours a day.
Then you'd go pick 4 more hours that
Yeah,
night.
then I'd usually go play at a club.
Then you'd come back.
Come back again, and we'd do it
all over again.
another 6 hours.
And that was just to learn one song, right? I happen to remember a song that was one of the first songs I ever learned on steel guitar. Not only did you teach it to me, but you wrote this song. It's kind of a humdinger. It gets out and moves. Do you remember Riding the Frets that you wrote?
Yeah, I believe so.
Uh-huh. I hope you do, because we're going to do it for everybody, all right? 1, 2, 3.
Barbara.
Oh, I'm just shaking. This is so great. I call him Uncle Merle because Merle Travis, well, he's not my uncle by blood relation, but even more special than that, he's my uncle because I love him so much and he's been such a great influence on me. Okay. I knew him when I was a little girl picking in this business, and we'd pick together. And then I think the most special thing that I remember, and I absolutely will never forget, is back in 1968, my family had moved to a little town in Tennessee, and they weren't in Nashville. But I wanted to be in Nashville because I wanted to get a recording contract, you know, and start trying to do things in country music. So Merle and his wife said, "You stay with us."
We was proud to have you.
Thank you. Uncle Merle's a big hunter, and he had this fabulous room with all of the hunting trophies, and one particular one was this big moose head that was on the wall. And one day I went down there, and there was a big pile of hair, this moose hair, all over the floor. My cat had attacked that moose. Well, being the honest person I am, I picked up all the moose hair and hid it. Worked with that moose combing his hair till he didn't look so bald.
He was up high. Hairdo.
I gave him a good hairdo. You know, that was back in 1968. In 1981, I happened to have been lucky enough to win Country Music Entertainer of the Year by the Country Music Association.
Oh, and I was so proud.
I know you were.
I'd forgot all about that moose and that cat by then.
And you loved me so much that you sent me a telegram on my big evening, which I happened to have taken out of my scrapbook and brought with me. Says, "Dear Barbara, I haven't seen so much emotion since a Siamese cat attacked my moose. Love, Uncle Merle." Yeah, I didn't think you'd hold a grudge all those years.
I didn't either. Maybe I just couldn't think of any other thing to say in the telegram.
I know how you can get out of the doghouse over that.
If you can tell me, I'd be proud to do it.
I'm going to request that you do one of your great ones. This man, of course, has written so many great songs. 16 Tons. You have written over 16 songs about coal miners, among all the love songs and the character type songs you've done.
Yeah.
But I happen to love 9-Pound Hammer.
Do you like an old song?
I love it. Would you do that?
I'd be proud to. Here it goes. This 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy for my size. I'm going on the mountain, gonna see my baby, but I ain't coming back. Well, I ain't coming back. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. Now how can I pull when the wheels won't roll? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. Now how can I pull when the wheels won't go? Now tell me, how can I pull when the wheels won't roll?
The one and only Merle Travis. I love you, Uncle Merle. Woo! Hello, Gordon.
Hello,
Oh, I've missed you so much. Oh, I have so much that I want to share with everybody about this great man. We started working. How old was I the first time that you and I worked together?
I think he was 12 or 13.
I think it was 12 because we
Las Vegas.
went to Las Vegas with you and we worked
Johnny Cash show.
on the Johnny Cash tour, and I was 13 then.
Yes.
But the biggest thing there again, in Nashville, I was a freeloader, folks. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I did go to live with Gordon in Virginia. They were nice enough to say, hey, we want you to come be with us, too. And Gordon was working one night. This was a very important move. Sometimes you don't know what the plan is in your life and how things are going to come about. But the thing that happened was Gordon was working in the very famous Printer's Alley there in Nashville in a nightclub. And he had an engagement there in Virginia, and I went down to watch him. And he just asked me to come up and sing a song, and I did. And the owner came over after and asked Gordon, said, hey, can we book her in here for a week? And Gordon negotiated it all for me. And
Said you got to.
got me in there. And it was not only the week's work, getting some money, but the big thing was that was the week that I had the exposure to the record company
Billy
people.
Sherrill came in and signed you to the epic record of Columbia Record Contract.
That's right. And if he hadn't done that for me, nothing would have happened. Anyway, of all the wonderful songs you've done over the years, your own solo albums and records, my favorite ballad that you do, because it's so sensitive, and those kind of lyrics, just always touch me, is one called Johnson's Old Gray Mule.
Could I do it for you?
Would you do that for
Oh, I'd
me?
love to
Oh,
do it.
I'd appreciate it.
I do it twice a day, every day.
Just because you love
Yes,
it,
yes,
right?
I do.
All right. Maybe 3 times today.
Guys, this is in G, and when in doubt, go back to G. Johnson had an old gray mule, his name was Simon Slick. He walled his eyes to back his ears, and how that fool would kick. Took him down to the foot of the hill to try him out one day. He kicked in the paw and he went all around. That's what the fool would say. He would say, this is the birdie part. Hey, Now, Barbara, if you laugh, I can't poke her up to do this. He right down through it. Now this is about the way a mule sounds when you take him down the lane and turn him loose. You go down a trail and slow up something sort of like this. Ready?
Uncle Joe, I don't know if I can talk now. I've been crying so hard on that. I love you.
I love you.
This man here is not real special to me or anything. This gentleman here is only the man that gave me a chance. He gave me my very first job.
Wasn't nothing.
Oh, I appreciate it.
And I've never been
so
sorry either.
much.
Because since then, you've done more for me than I've done for you.
I haven't done
But
anything.
you made me about the proudest guy there ever
Oh,
was.
aren't you nice, Uncle Joe? Thank
I love
Well,
you like mine.
you. And I love you as if I was your own. I'll tell you how much I love him. I think this might mention how special I think he is. This gentleman, Joe Maphis, and his lovely, talented wife, that is his singing and performing partner, Rose Lee, are my son Matthew's godparents. I don't think you can love anybody more than that. So
Well, I'm proud of
that's Matt's godfather. I appreciate all this fine banjo picking you've been doing behind everybody up here, but I want you to pull out the old double neck right
Do I
now.
have to?
And I want to hear some of you picking. And I want to pick with you,
you. What do you want me to pick?
if you won't pick too fast. This is a song that Uncle Joe wrote, and on my latest album, it's on there with me doing it with my guitar player, Gene. It's called Uncle Joe's Boogie, and I'm going to pick it with you on steel.
Okay.
But don't get it too fast, Uncle Joe. You know how you are. Joe Maphis.